Welcome to the Elders Corner. How y'all doing? Listen, happy Wednesday. I have some good news. So y'all tune in and comment, like, and share. Hi, welcome to the Elders Corner. Hi, I am Nelsa, the Holistic. If this is your first time, let me just tell you, this is where reality and spirituality meet with a little bit of holistic flavor. And sometimes we go down a rabbit hole and talk about some political stuff for celebrity news, but that's not what we're about over here. We talk about everyday life as a Christian or a believer or spiritualist, and the struggles, and our agenda or our goal is to, show that, there's still space for you and that you are enough. And so this community over here, we different. We use endearment like big homie, OG, Jits, young ball, little street terminology. Sometimes we even speak in Ebonic terminology. So, welcome. Y'all, listen, this has been quite a hot week. First of all, let me just tell you, we're in New York. I think it was like that Tuesday or Wednesday. It was raining. It was kind of cold. We was in sweats. We were like, why is it this cold in June? Why is it that this, baby, the next day that sun hit and it just went straight up. We've been in 100 straight heat. And it's not like circulating heat. It's like heat sitting there and the water's stuck and it feel like you can't breathe. So it's been terrible. You have your air on and your house still ain't cool, even at nighttime. So it's been a hot week. It's been one of the weeks. And listen, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that the season has changed. It's a good thing that you are above the ground, that you can feel when the weather is cold and then it turns hot. And you can say, oh, it is so hot. That is a blessing, to have your members functioning where you can determine the different temperatures in the atmosphere. So that's a blessing. We got to start recognizing everyday blessings. I think we forget about the small blessings. So that's why we're so focused or treating God like he's a wizard. We could just go ask him for what we need and he give it to us. And we miss out. And we can't get content with what we have because we don't recognize the small blessings. Just my little jewel today. Did y'all vote Tuesday? Y'all better tell me y'all went and voted in them primaries. Okay, we got the orange wig in office. We have a lot of people changing just for the position. And so what we got to do, protesting is not it. We've been protesting. What laws changed from protesting? How did your community benefit from 2020's protests? Did they change laws about police brutality? No. So protesting is not good right now. We got a president trying to stay in office. He trying to get his money, and he trying to keep in office. And he has that old thinking, that old KKK. You remember who his daddy hung out with? His father and David Duke were best friends. This is who we got in office. Not just a sex offender, not just a felon, but your father, best friend, was David Dukes, the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. So, know your history. Okay? Did y'all vote, though? Y'all see how I'm looking? Because I pray that you guys got up and voted on Tuesday. I did. I went and voted. I voted for the circuit court judge, Arisha Allgreen. Her name tell you. Jamani Williams, city advocate. Vanessa Gibson, borough president. Kevin Parker, potential mayor candidate. I chose all of the colored people. That's what I chose. I pray they get in. Because we need to change some stuff. We need some people that can really fight. People in office ain't fighting you. They just letting it happen. You know. You guys, I got some good news. So, y'all know we started this podcast. It was a way to continue division. And when I started just to find new people to hang out with. The people that I thought would be on here to support me, like that understand Christianity, Christianity, and live in the hood, or coming out, or living the struggle, or coming out, or even living in elegance and luxury, and still coming out. And so it didn't work like that. I got new people. I got new friends. I got new homies. I got new young bulls, to the point where YouTube is not only working on monetizing us, so soon, y'all, I'm going to have me a silver plaque. And we can go live now. Before, we did pre-recorded videos because we didn't have enough motion on the YouTube. As y'all know, I'm learning it. I'm beginning it. I like it. It's a way of my expression. There's some things that I haven't got to share with y'all. I'm in because I'm so nervous, because I'm so excited, because we can go live now. And the more we go live, it said once we get to 1,000 followers, we'll be able to do other things on YouTube, and we'll be official, and we'll get our plaque. Okay, so I'm excited. And listen, and it's a bunch of frauds on here too, because when you're talking Elders Corner, it's all kind of people on there with our name. And I'm like, first of all, Elders Corner was birthed for ministry. Okay, and everybody that was supposed to have been on Elders Corner was licensed elders in the Lord's church, or a licensed pastor or reverend and up. And we were going to talk straight spiritual, straight scriptural. And I was going to be controversial with them. I was going to ask the questions that everybody always wanted to ask teachers and leaders in these high positions. Okay? And if you don't believe me, just go back about 5 years on the same channel and look at the first videos and look where we were at, and look at the individuals that were in there, because they're licensed ministers, and you can look them up in the clerk of court. And so that's how this was. And so here it is. We turned it into a place where we weren't going to be a stickler for the scriptures, and we weren't going to be ministers and, bishops and stuff on here. We were going to be regular homies on the block, teaching in a way that if you was on the block, you understood, or if you were from that lifestyle, you understood. And we were using it as entertainment. So things were in here not personal. It's different struggles that was happening. You know what I'm talking about? Let me whip my throat, because I don't know what's going on. You understand? And so to see other people using the name, it's like, and they're elderly. Some of them are elderly. One guy's in a, they fakes. But it's okay. That's competition. And that means we're growing. So long as we're growing, we're going live, we get engagement, we're going to grow, We're reaching our goals. And listen, and because of some of the people that jumped on here, we're scheduling a baptism. And so, there's a curriculum. My apostle will be approving the curriculum. He will oversee. We will have space to do what is necessary. We're going to do 2 classes before the baptism. Okay, and the reason I want us to, well, you gotta know what you do. A lot of people been baptized and don't know what being baptized really means. What does baptism mean? Write it in the comment. I'm gonna sit and wait. Write it in the comment. What does baptism mean, or to be baptized? Where it came from? Why we do it? Does it have spiritual content? Is it something powerful we can use? Does it change the direction of our life? And so that's why we're going to have a 2-day class. And so there's a curriculum that I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach it. And when you pass the class, you'll get your baptism certification or certificate. And then we're going to do the ceremony. And so I have a few people already signed up. Oh, guys, y'all want to talk about it? So, about 2 to 3 years ago, I have a family that I love. I love this little girl since she was a little girl, and she always desired her most. I think what connected me and her is because we had one desire in our life that we wanted more than anything in the world, and that was kids, a family, your own family. And so I love this baby. We close. So when she had her first baby, I bought the dress. You know, I was I think I was about 3 years into being an elder of the Lord's church. So I wanted the experience of doing baby dedications and baptism. And so I told her, I said, listen, baby, I want to bless the baby. And so I did her and AK, which is my God baby. And so we did the ceremony, and they got the certificates and stuff. But I didn't teach the classes. I did it for the experience, the record. You know, these are things, once you become an elder or a minister or a reverend or a pastor, you want some of these experiences under your belt. You know, like funerals. I've done funerals. You know, I've done eulogies. I haven't officiated a wedding. That is something that I can't wait to the Lord give me somebody to officiate. But baptism and baby dedications, I have quite a few experiences. And so I had a couple people asked me, you know, to do this. And so this particular girl, we did it. So she had another baby, right? And so when I talked to my my leader, I have my few people already, but I wanted to also do Azrael, the newest baby. So I called, so she's looking in the phone, she's scared. And so me and her husband, we're really close. I love Tony, and so it's really cool. We all have this bond. Baby showers, family gatherings, everything that happens, I'm there. I'm the only black there. Yeah. So everybody else is Mexican and Caucasian. So, you know, I'm the only black with blonde hair. So, she's looking all scared in the phone. Like, and so he grabs the phone, he sits next to her, and he says, oh, we're going to do it in the Catholic Church. You know, we're going to do it at the church. And after the church, I want her to be old enough so that she can hit the piñata and get the family and the gifts and the big party. And so I said, okay. But I said, why you didn't do that for The first baby. I bought all the clothes, the blessing, the food, and everything. Why you didn't throw your baby a party? So now we're not going to do this because you want to throw a party. One, who you're fully not in your faith regularly. You don't have leadership and stuff. I thought I was your family's priest. And it just really kind of made me feel away, right? I did. I was like, okay. But I think with all that is going on, you know, they might not all be, you know, with our president and the deportation and stuff like that. And so I understand. I'd rather you say that than what you said. You know, and it made me feel away, but I let it go. So now there is more slots open. I said all that to say there's more slots open. And if you would love to learn what those questions, the answers, and really learn what baptism is, the purpose, where it comes from, how we use it, how it benefits your life, then you can also sign up for the class and get your certificate. And first of all, if you got a leader, if you got a pastor, let's be clear. Go to your pastor. Go to your leader. If you go to church already, or you're in any kind of organization, no, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to people who left church that said I ain't going back over there. Them people fake, they hypocritical. I'm talking to those people. Or people who's in ambivalence. I want to learn more before I participate. I'm talking to you. You know, I want to understand what really Christianity is and the textual, the content out of the scriptures, the book, the holy scribes. When those people want to learn it and then practice it, sign up for the class. And you don't have to do the baptism part. But you can sign up to the class to learn. You know. And if you want to go all the way as your declaration, as it is your declaration, right? Then you have that opportunity also. Okay? So I'm just putting it out there. We want to do the classes in August. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on in July, June. You know, we are right now still celebrating our apostle. And so Friday night we have Yarbrough. He'll be coming and slaying the house down. So if you're free on Friday, you can come over to Greater Restoration through Deliverance Church, 621 East 170th Street, Bronx, New York. You come over there. Get you some Friday night word. Okay? Good preacher, prophet. He's a prophet. He'll be there. And then we have friends and family. And so, more good news. Apostles say friends and family should be a space where we're interacting, networking, enjoying fellowship, eating, just really outside. Really outside. And so, this year, we are going to try to do it really big. And so, they are hosting, they are featuring, Greater Restoration Friends and Family is featuring the Elders Corner. And so, y'all, we get to go outside. We get to make some noise. This is what we were supposed to do the last time. And so now we get to do it. Yours truly. And y'all, I need y'all to show up on that day. It's really a weekend, the 25th to the 27th of July. Listen, Elder Corner going to be outside. Okay? Homies, OGs, listen. Young balls, jits. I need y'all to come. Listen, let's do some line dancing. Okay? We're Christians. And Jesus said, I came to give you life more abundantly. And that could have been financially, that could be spiritually, that could be healthy, you know. And the fruits of the Spirit is happiness, joy, peace, right? Those are some of the fruits. Let's mix it up. Listen, we can go outside and be somebody's joy. We can go outside and be somebody's happiness. You understand what I'm saying? We can be abundant life, like live. You know what I'm saying? Live. Let's be lit outside. You know, we ain't gonna be cussing. We ain't doing all that ghetto stuff. Okay, we ain't got to do all that. But while the grill going, let's get the mics. Let's get out there and line dance. Let's boots on the ground. You know, let's have fun as Christians, as believers, as God's chosen people. Okay, you are officially cordially invited. So don't say, "Oh, I ain't getting no invitation." You got your invitation. Okay, please come and show up, y'all. We're gonna show out outside. Okay, we're gonna mix the music up. We're gonna have rap, but it's Christian rap. Okay, we are going to the oldie goldies. You know, old school love music. Okay, so listen, come outside with us. Let's have a good time. Let's do this. Let's show abundant life in Christ. Let's come together as believers. Leave the judgment zones and all that, criticisms and stuff. Be appropriate. It's hot outside. Look, you can wear the little shirts like this. Everything covered. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to have all the parts of parts. You don't want to entice nobody husband, nobody child, okay, nobody wife. So let's have some class with it. That's what class, you know, guys. So that's July 25th to the 27th, okay? And so we are really working on the curriculums. We're putting things together. Listen, y'all, we can go live on YouTube now. I'm just really excited about that. So I do have a digital individual who does know computers and get my stuff set up. Because one thing I do want to do is when we do go outside for friends and family, I want it to be live. I want us to be like, because I'm hosting. And so I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be interacting, I'm going to be interviewing. Oh, we're going to have games. We're going to question people outside. So I've been seeing some little games I want us to learn to play. There's some things I want us to do, y'all. Listen, because we Christians and we go to church or we're believers or we're Muslim, we go to the mosque or we're whatever we are and we go to the temple. There's a time that we should be able to come together and just be loving to one another. With our differences. You know, all of us with our differences. You know, so friends and family means a lot. And I want us to do this. I'm going to go visit a few churches and invite them to. Some of my places of worship. I'm going to go in and personally invite them. You know, so listen, it's very, very important. Very, very, very important. You know, y'all, I really just jumped on here today to let y'all know, like, we're moving forward. We'll be going live. We're going to have people in the studio. Soon the studio will be completed. And we're going to build this platform. And we're going to transition into so much power and so much influence. You know, we're going to make a difference and we're going to be clean about it. We're going to check folks. Yeah. You know, fake people ain't going to stay around. They're going to say we're abrasive. Trigger warning. You know, we are. But you know, you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. That's it. It's no hard feeling. It's not personal. It's not. And we move with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Y'all see my, right here? Look. That's my god baby. She graduated this week. Yes, we was in the heat. She graduated. Congratulations, Maya. You did it. I'm proud of you. Baby mama, you did an amazing job as a mother. You're a great mama. Oh, today's my baby mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Dana. Happy birthday, girl. You're getting old. You're going to be on the Elders Corner soon. Listen, this is a time of joy. You know, in the winter, it was cold, it was stale. It's life now. Get outside and live. Get outside and breathe. When you have some time off, you know, we give all our time to these jobs. We get all our times to service. We give all our times to all these different things. Give yourself some time. Go outside. Enjoy it. Feel it. Be lively. Enjoy the blessings that's all around you. Listen, I thank you for showing up over here at the Elders Corner. Listen, we on every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Pop-up might be late night in the morning, but we here on Wednesday. Oh, and by the way, Free Diddy. He gonna beat that because that was a trap. But anyway, y'all, love you. And please, I'll see you next week on Elders Corner with NASA, the Holistic.